and send. Yeah, just managed to answer one more question about yoga. By the way, my name is Yogini Rasa and I'm certified open yoga teacher. Welcome if you are a new one, and I'm very happy to see you if you are returning yoga lover. Today we are having the frequently asked questions and answers. I think questions are more frequently asked than the answers given. For the newbies and yoga beginners, and also for some experienced yogis, the questions about yoga. The first question I get over and over again is about what is yoga. We already had a small video on this, it's covered in the courses, but today, once more. Yoga is system of self-exploration and exploring of the universe. Starting with the fact that we are trying to understand who we are. Because when you go to school, you get all those sophisticated subjects like math, language, foreign languages, geography, chemistry, physics, physical education, arts, music, very good things, science, by the way. But we kind of improve our intellect, but we don't give a possibility to explore ourselves just a little bit, maybe in mutual communication with our classmates and friends, family. But if they are busy and we are busy at school, then self-exploration and a lot of kind of essential questions are left unanswered. So we are doing this in yoga. We are exploring ourselves, understanding and exploring. What else? The thing that is very important, we try to do it by following two basic principles, and this is non-harm principle and principle of being effective. So we are trying to be kind to ourselves and to others, and we are also trying to do that in effective manner. Of course, for each person you would take and ask what is yoga, they would give an absolutely different answer. For somebody it's something physical, for somebody it's meditation, somebody else will say that it is visualization, somebody will say it's tantra, and so on and so forth. Or breathing exercises, that's all correct, but it's only a small portion on the big path of yoga that you can explore. So yeah, so the yoga is system of self-exploration and exploring of the universe. The other question that often comes was this question, what is yoga? It's not one of the most often ones, but usually it's about number 7, and it's asking, is yoga a religion? No, yoga is not a religion. It's neither sports. It is system of self-exploration, and you can be a great follower of any religion there is. You can follow no religion at all. You may have your own religion. It has nothing to do with the religion. If you have your belief system, it's wonderful. Keep on going. And in the scale of this system, you can still explore yourself and work on this. Also, yoga is not sports. We all love Olympic Games, but yoga is not sports. The result is not the one we are striving for. This is the process and kind of aims of understanding ourselves. So this would be number 7, but we are getting back to the question number 2, and this is, what does Hatha mean? Usually they're asking what is the Hatha yoga, because about 90% of yoga studios will offer you Hatha yoga, and even fitness centers and most of the upcoming yoga teachers, the first discipline they learn is Hatha yoga. They are not even learning the theory or anything else. It's Hatha. It's the most simple, most effective for the beginners to start. And this is kind of physical exercises with asanas and poses. It's stable positions you take. This also could be Hatha Yoga if I would apply those two principles that I mentioned before about being kind to yourself and being effective at the same time. But the prime thing is being kind. Also, if we just take a look on the Hatha as such, then it is the two parts of this word, Ha and Ha. They mean absolute opposites, right and left, day and night, inhale, exhale, men, women, tons of more. As well as about the first question, what is yoga and what is Hatha Yoga, and more details about them, they're always on the courses of yogaopenyoga.com. So if you have time and more interest, this is where you go and you learn, or you read something in the description section of this video to make sure that you have a kind of notion of this area, if it means if it needs more explanation. Number 3, and this is a very interesting question, what does Om mean? Maybe you have heard, or maybe you have already practiced the mantra yoga or yoga sound. Actually, this is something that some people kind of think that's because people sing in a religion, that's why Om is something religious, and that's why they might ask if yoga is something religious. No, yoga is not religious just because we are singing. You would go to the opera and ask them, is this a religion just because you sing? They would say, no, we are not a religion, we are just singing, because the sound is very powerful. And when we have prepared our body with the physical exercises, with breathing exercises, with different mind exercises. By the way, one of the answers for the what is yoga is when you stop creation of thought forms. Very complicated explanation, but this is also one of the explanations. So Om is the initial sound when our universe was created, and if we will be able to reproduce this sound, we will be able to understand what it is all about. What are we all about? What is the world around us about? I know it's complicated, and stepping to this area of yoga took me quite a while, just because of this fear. Is it okay to do this? Because not always I understand what I am chanting. You can also divide the Om sound in A, O, U, M sounds. It's A, O, U, M. But if you would make it shorter, faster, then you would get Om sound. So if you just practice on your own the sound A, O, U, then you would get finally also to the sound Om. And there's interesting thing that my colleagues and students of yoga have told me, that this is amazing feeling after practicing of the sound Om. It's just a simple sound, and it's like you feel like you have done something great, or something great has happened to you. So simple sound, give it a try. There's a lot of videos and practices to do the sound, so it's possible to try it on. So, but just the first kind of understanding Om is something that everything starts with, and maybe this will be something that we'll end with. So the next question is, do I have to be a vegetarian to practice yoga? Yoga is not a culinary club where you would have to come and say, I'm not eating this, or I'm eating this. You can eat whatever you want, and it's possible that along with the practice of Hatha Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Mantra Yoga, Breathing Yoga, you will change some of your habits, might might refuse from some snacks, maybe to sugar saturated foods. Something else might change. You might for some time leave meat or start eating meat. So it depends on your climate and everything where you are. When you just start doing yoga, don't make sharp changes in your diet or lifestyle or anything else unless you have decided that your entire life will be devoted to this practice, and you are in a space that allows you to kind of do this without much harm. Because if we do things too fast, we usually end this activity too fast. And as yoga could be a lifelong activity, then there is no rush, you can be late. So working with that. The next question about not being late and managing things to do. How many times per week should I practice yoga? Very good question. Again, it's like with your eating habits, it's very individual. I started with 1 time, then I moved to 3 times, then back to 2 times. But like the fitness trainers and a lot of people who are working with sports and have done some research in this area, if you want to do it, something that includes the physical exercises, there should be about 2 times per week. And the Hatha Yoga is the best to start. But if you have some difficulties or there are other obstacles on your way, you can switch. Like Mantra Yoga is the most simple and most effective one. It's easy to do, easy to learn, and then you can switch with some other exercises and meditations and stuff like that. So just not to be kind of strict on the fact that if you do yoga, then you absolutely have to do Hatha Yoga, and it has to be hour and 30-minute class and nothing else. Because our health condition changes. Sometimes we get sick, sometimes we feel high and we want to do as much as possible. So okay. And then the next question, also about the physical things, is how is yoga different from other kinds of fitness or whatever, or other kinds of sports? Yoga, as you remember, is self-exploration, and we are exploring ourselves through the Hatha Yoga or through these poses. And the notion of the impact and effects comes with the practice, no earlier, because you can't tell anybody how does it feel to be in love, or what does it mean to raise kids, or what does it mean that you will have an argument with your loved one. You kind of understand with your mind that if somebody is angry or tired, you should help in this situation or just keep yourself neutral. But if you are a bit angry, or if you are tired or exhausted, or you are completely sure that you are true about the stuff and not the other person, then it is very, very difficult to keep this kindness principle. Or if you want to have fast results, you kind of think, oh, I will do 5 times per week and then I have a week off or something like that. So yoga is different just because of these 2 principles. We try to be kind to ourselves and other people, and we are trying to be effective to reach our results. About the first and the second principle, we also have the videos, so check our playlist and you will find this theoretical material. The next question, again about the overall physical abilities. I'm not flexible, or I'm not that strong, I'm not that thin, or I have extra weight. Can I do yoga? Any person actually can do yoga if they are able or are willing to observe the first 2 principles of yoga. So whenever you are ready to do it and you wish to do it and you're working in direction of improvement of your life And as you start practicing, you almost immediately usually notice the difference when you become more happier, you feel better, your health is improving, your mind starts working more actively, you become more creative. There are tons of things. However, there is this small thing that people usually come to yoga for a different reason. Somebody want to be more beautiful, lose weight, get rid of back pain, or look better, or they just want to go there because there are so wonderful people there. They want to have this wonderful community, and those are good causes and good reasons. Even though yoga can give you more, you go there, and usually when you or somebody else reaches the goal, they leave yoga for something else, or being busy or stuff like that. That's also fine. You came, you saw that it's working, and if you might have some other goals, you might also come and see this sometime later. So I think there was some more questions, and this is, where do I begin? Where do you begin? You begin with the understanding what is yoga, and you start with this practice. You start with the 2 times per week, or 1 time per week, or just one pose. One pose can sometimes be wonderful and enough to do yoga, and whatever you do in your favor, it's good. And if there's anything I can help, there are several videos, shorter and longer, that you might try the exploration path together with me, and I would be very, very happy. You are looking for yoga, find your teacher or your inspiration or your video or your book. This will be some exploration, I guess, because when you are searching for something, you not always find your best and suitable option, or the options change with the time. It's like when you choose the film to watch tonight, you are looking, okay, I want a comedy, or I want drama, or I want something of thriller, or some blockbuster. So, and not always this will be the first movie you will select, and maybe with the time you will want to switch from the comedy to something else, or you would like to watch some stand-up shows or something of the yoga history, or documentary films, and it would be good. So what is the best time to practice? Now. The best time to practice is now. I hope you will be able to do the starting point, or you are just switching on to get some more interesting materials. But if you are talking about the regular practice, it's either mornings or evenings, or when you have this free time in your schedule, because in the morning our mind is still waking up, and we can kind of more concentrate on the way we feel, and we have not received a lot of messages that would disturb us from the practice. Or in the evening we have accomplished everything, and the yoga practice would help us to ease and to relax, to let it go, and again to kind of remove that excess of information or pollution that we get during the day. And from time to time you just devote to this activity more time, like during the workshops and retreats, when there is more time to do it, and you are kind of in the area of the like-minded people, not just running in the class and running away from class, always being in a hurry. So yeah, this is probably top 10, 12 questions that I meet very often. I hope the answers were useful. By the way, some time ago we published a book. It was the first book we published about what is yoga, and it really contains the basic questions about what is yoga, what are the yoga principles, what is dharma, what is karma, about different kinds of yoga, and they're explaining. There's also a meditation for you and how to make the best decisions in the life. So check the link to the Amazon in the description section again. And there is the also possibility to have a video on the topic like how to publish a book, any book, and how to do it in the maximum effective way. So doing good to yourself and doing good to your other people and doing it in an effective way. If you wish to hear my experience and how my 3 previous books were published and a new one is coming, then leave in the comment section the line "I want to know more," and I will be happy to prepare you a video on this topic and see you soon. So hope you press likes for this video so we can film some more of this, and see you soon, right? Bye bye.